Welcome and thank you very much for tuning into this retail session. My name is Melle de Ronde, Marketing Manager at Gen25. I'm here with my colleagues Martijn Hendricks and Jerome Vincendon, who will be joining us later today for a demo. They are responsible for helping our retail clients connect to their customers through technology. At Gen25, we advise and implement Salesforce strategies for companies such as Riviera Maison, Auger, De Bijenkorf, and many more. We also build solutions such as Social25 for social direct messaging, InTouch25 for connecting to your customers through video, and Booker25, a Salesforce booking platform. But enough about us, let's talk about why we are here today. We don't have to tell you we find ourselves in unprecedented times. For months we haven't been able to talk about anything else, maybe at work or in your personal lives. The way this pandemic is shaping our lives is everywhere. And as you are preparing for Cyber Week and the holiday season, you are working in a different and unknown territory where online demand continues to rise and brick-and-mortar stores might have to close again if a second wave leads to an increase in new measures. That is what we want to talk to you about today. How can you reconnect to your customers and create opportunities in this environment? We will talk you through this in 3 parts. First, we'll talk a little about the industry trends, then how our customers are reacting to the current situation, and we want to show you our solutions for engaging with your customers via social direct messaging, video, and shopping by appointment. Martijn, I'll hand it over to you now.
Thank you, Melle. This year is the most challenging of all. Thanks to COVID-19, retail does not resemble what it did years past. Supply chains around the globe are buckling under extreme pressure, and unprecedented surges in digital commerce have limited shipping capacity and impacted delivery windows. We are currently experiencing a second wave of COVID-19 cases, followed by additional restrictive measures that have consumers across the world on edge with uncertainty. For brands and retailers, these factors pose many challenges for the upcoming peak shopping season. The ability to effectively balance the marketing mix, accurately forecast demand, and efficiently fill orders are top priority for executives. As you are well aware, the COVID-19 pandemic is inflicting high and rising human costs worldwide, and the necessary protective measures are severely impacting economic activity. As a result, IMF states that the global economy is projected to sharply contract by 4.9% in 2020, which is actually significantly more than IMF's prediction of April 2020, which was a mere 3% decline. The good news, however, is that in a baseline scenario, which assumes that the global pandemic fades in the last quarter of 2020 and containment efforts can be gradually unwound, the global economy is projected to grow by 5.4% in 2021 as economic activity normalizes. As for consumer trust, for the remainder of 2020 and certainly for 2021, the overall picture is gloomy. Rising unemployment and subsequent low consumer trust will lead to a drop in consumer spending, even if there are no new national lockdowns. And of course, online retailers will once again have the best cards in hand and ultimately be the main driver for increase in consumer spending. For many retailers, it became clear during the lockdown that the growth potential is mainly in the online channel. Clearly, the COVID-19 pandemic has given a segment a boost in traffic. For example, within the US, 13% of all online consumer purchases are done through social media, whereas it was 7% pre-corona. Furthermore, based on the assumption that lockdown measures will decrease in the coming months, multi-channel retailers are expected to grow faster than pure online web stores, according to ING. Another thing to consider is that we see a shift towards more basic human needs. Luxury items are less in favor, and food is doing better than ever. Clearly, consumers are saving time and their paychecks for a rainy day. Melle will talk a bit more about some of the measures and preparation that will counteract some of these previously mentioned economic trends. Back to you, Melle.
Thank you, Martijn. For retailers, the question is, how do we make sure consumers feel comfortable and safe to shop with us while we maintain our revenue? We see retailers come up with innovative solutions faster than ever before. At Gen25, we believe that the following measures will assist retailers tackling some of the challenges they are currently facing. Adding selling channels, such as social media and marketplaces, to reach more customers online. Offering shopping by appointment to make people feel safe and make sure you can adhere to local measures. Connecting to customers by video in a world where we are even more comfortable speaking to people via screens. Curbside pickups are a way to make sure customers have the flexibility to schedule their pickups in a safe way. Adding service channels, such as WhatsApp, to make sure you are available to your customers at any device at any time. And personalization remains a key priority for many marketers and CRM managers. I want to talk to you about 3 of these points today: adding a selling channel, shopping by appointment, and connecting to customers via video. The reservation economy is a term that I heard back in April, when walk-in appointments at hairdressers and restaurants were nearly impossible, and queuing to get into a shop is not a surprise anymore. Being able to offer your customers the possibility to jump the queue and shop in a safe manner has a couple of benefits. Improve the customer experience, increase the customer value, gain more customer data, and all of these things will result in a better use of your employees' time, increasing efficiency. Adding selling channels is an important topic among our customers with a strong e-commerce focus. Diversifying channels will help to make sure you're always online. Consumers expect to be able to shop brands at different channels. Conversational commerce can help you turn your service department into a selling department by adding the possibility to send a purchase link via social direct message platforms or WhatsApp. Increasing shopping convenience for customers is essential for any retailer. A video call with a retail specialist might sound far-fetched, but in the case of doing research on a new laptop, maybe your first bridal appointment, or asking a question about a malfunctioning washing machine, this could be a handy use case. Benefits include the human interaction, improving delivery of customer service, and increasing efficiency. So I talked a little bit about some of the things that you should or could be doing as a retailer, but let's have a look at some of the real-life examples. Martijn?
Thank you, Melle. Another factor to take into consideration is that the COVID-19 epidemic also impacted consumer behavior in a broader sense. The current situation seems to have led to a form of buyer hesitation. Consumers try to avoid paying by cash, as well as physically touching products, baskets, and so on. In essence, people are maintaining distance, avoiding one another, and staying in-store for as little time as possible. This behavioral change is growing the demand for adopting new technologies. There are plenty of examples out there. Grocery stores are using tap-to-go, which removes the waiting queues at the register, adding selling channels in the form of conversational commerce, enabling service agents to directly engage with your customers through up- and cross-selling, providing consumers the ability to book their own appointments based on availability of in-store resources, such as a stylist. We can take it a step further by doing marketing automation through social channels, such as WhatsApp. One of our customers is leveraging WhatsApp in combination with Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Now, to show you some of these innovations that we've been talking about, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Jerome, who will be giving you a live demonstration.
Thank you. So for the purpose of this demo, we will be looking at 3 personas. Ashley, who is our customer, John, who is a stylist at the Your Brand store, and Elliot, who is the manager at the Your Brand store. The flow we're going to look at is a flow where Ashley books a personal styling appointment. She starts off on the website and books a styling appointment. From there, looking at available time slots in Booker25. After booking the time slot, she receives a WhatsApp notification. At the same time, the appointment is made in Booker25 and John gets notified of this. He can then interact via WhatsApp to schedule a video call to get to know each other. The video call takes place within Salesforce and can be stored back to Ashley's record. Finally, the manager, Elliot, has insights via Salesforce reports and dashboards into the appointments that have been made and the video calls that have been done. So for now, we're going to start from Ashley's perspective. So Ashley goes to the website of Your Brand. From here, she can book a personal appointment with her favorite store. So Ashley lives in San Francisco, so she selects the San Francisco store. From there, she can select her favorite stylist, who in this case is John. After clicking on John's picture, we see the available time slots for John. So in this case, I'm going to select, for example, a time slot for tomorrow he's free at 3, so let's schedule one for 3 p.m. tomorrow. After selecting the time slots, we fill in our details to make sure that the contact data is registered in Salesforce. When clicking confirm, this is going to do 2 things. First, it's going to create the appointment in Salesforce, and it's also going to trigger the WhatsApp notification that will allow Ashley to know when exactly her appointment takes place, but also allow her to interact back with Your Brand and Your Brand with her. So opening the WhatsApp confirmation, we see a summary of the appointment, and we can also, as Ashley, engage with the store. So that's it for Ashley. Now let's have a look where we are in the flow. So what we just did is that we booked an appointment with our store and got a notification of this via WhatsApp. So now we're going to look at John's perspective, and John is the stylist. In Booker25, John can see that the appointment has been made, And when going to Ashley's contact page, he can start interacting with her from there. So what we're going to do in this case is ask her when she would be available for a video call and then actually do that video call. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So for that, I'm going to Salesforce and I'm going to the Booker25 calendar. In the Booker25 calendar, we have an overview of the appointments that have been made throughout the day. And we see the one that Ashley has made. So by going to Ashley's record page, we have now a complete overview of all of her information. We call this the 360-degree customer view. So in this case, it allows us to see what kind of purchases she has made with us, her lifetime value, previous orders she made, recommended items recommended by Einstein, all that sorts of things. But the most important part for now is that it allows us to interact with her directly via Social25. So by using the chat window of Social25, John can send a message to her via quick text, for example. So in this case, we're asking, hey Ashley, when would it make sense for you to have a video call so that we can get to know each other? Ashley has all the time in the world, so as far as she's concerned, we can do it right now. For John, that's no problem, so let's start. I can trigger a video call by using the InTouch25 component right here. What this is going to do is that it's going to start a meeting from within Salesforce. And then I just need to send the invite URL to Ashley. Hey Ashley, how are you?
Hi there. I'm playing the role of Ashley for this demo.
Thanks. I'm just showing to the people what our app InTouch25 looks like from Salesforce.
Great, thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Ashley. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So after ending the call, I can go back to Ashley's record page and we see that the meeting has been recorded there. So this can give us in turn insights about duration of the call, what was discussed, all those sorts of things, which then eventually can be used into the whole reporting and dashboard scenario. So what did we see up until now? We saw how Ashley scheduled an appointment via our website. We saw how she interacted via WhatsApp with us. And we saw how we allowed our stylist to make a video call to get to know each other from within Salesforce. Finally, we want to see what all that data can do for your company. So for that, we can use Salesforce reports and dashboards. You can use reports and dashboards to gain insights into what has been going on into your organization. As we're storing all of the appointments and meetings as Salesforce records in your environments, you can use Salesforce reports and dashboards to get direct insights into what happens and where improvement can be made. So let's see what that looks like. So I'm now switching to Elliot's view, and Elliot has a home page with all these dashboards available to him. So from here, you get a quick visual overview of what's happening. And if you want to know more about the underlying data, you can click through to the reports that are driving the dashboards. And from here, you have direct access to the appointment and meetings records and can quickly analyze where changes need to be made if necessary. So we hope this shows how having all of this data in Salesforce can help you improve your business. So let's have a quick recap of all the steps that we went through. We saw how our customer can engage with our store by creating an appointment. We saw how we can then interact with them over their favorite channel. We saw how we could get to know each other in a time where we can't always physically be together. And we saw how all of this data in your Salesforce org can make you make important decisions. So on that note, I'd like to give it back to you, Melle.
Thank you, Jerome, for your demo, and thank you very much, Martijn. This brings us to the end of our session. To everyone watching, I hope that you found our session interesting. If you want to catch up with us and discuss these solutions built on Salesforce in more detail, just scan the QR code on your screen and get in touch with us through the forum. Thanks again for attending, enjoy the rest of your day, and from everyone at Gen25, we hope to catch up soon.